Welcome to another episode of Millennial Investing Explained. Here's today's question. We talk about scalability. And this is an idea that I think about a lot, and I'm curious to get your opinion here. When I think about it, people think that in order to have a successful startup, they need to have the next Uber or Facebook or Google, and they think they need to be multi-billion-dollar companies in order to be successful, but I don't personally think that's the case. I think you can have a $5-10 million business, or even smaller, just a couple $100,000 business, where you're making $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a month in profit, and that's life-changing. So talk to us about that idea in terms of scalability and what size people need to get to be successful, and just overall that idea.
Yeah, I'll start backwards with the idea of success. You ultimately define what success is. What does that mean for you? At what point do you have happiness or financial freedom, or is your school debt paid off, or can you invest in startups when you want to? Everyone's view of success is different, and it changes. I mean, right now I've got a baby on the way, and my wife and I are expecting. That changes a lot when you think of success. It's like, I don't really care how much is in my bank account. It's like, where's my time? All of a sudden, the most valuable thing changes. So to answer your question from the back, first of all, understand what success is. If you want a cash flow business that gives you flexibility so you can do what you want, travel, be wherever you want, and you can make $10,000, $15,000 a month, $20,000 a month, whatever that is, depending on where you're living, then that's success. Maybe you just want a bunch of cash flowing businesses. I know a guy that all he does is have like 50 little cash flowing businesses, and he works for himself, doesn't have investors. That's great. Maybe what you want is you want to live that lifestyle that comes with a life-changing $100 million check. And you can do that, but at the end of the day, what does $100 million buy you that you don't have today? Are you happy with where you are? Do you have the friendships and relationships that you have? Because if you go through a startup, chances are that something's going to interrupt those friendships, those relationships. And so I would really challenge anyone that's trying to figure out what they're trying to do, raise money, grow their company, figure out what success looks like first for you, and then do that. And don't care what other people say, because ultimately happiness is far more valuable than anything you have in your bank account.
Yeah, that's exactly one thing that I've found is that, yeah, maybe having $100 million is your goal. And if that's the case, fine, then go for that. But I think that a lot of people, and I found this for myself included, you don't need as much money even to get the wildest things that you thought you did. You know, like if you actually run the numbers and you look at it, yes, you need a lot of money and you need a lot more than average, but you don't need $1 billion to get that really fancy car or that house you want or whatever it may be, or that watch. And the reason I bring this up is because I think you can approach business differently. I think you can be more patient. I think you can build your business with a much higher probability of success if you go that route, rather than just, charging ahead as fast as you can, trying to raise all this money from VCs and angels and trying to scale super fast. Whereas if you just take it slower, you have a much better chance of success.
That's so true. And I think the thing we so easily forget, Robert, is that at the end of the day, people are what make businesses businesses. The people are the people that make the business. The people are the people that fund the business by buying or being customers. And at the end of the day, there's still people at the end of it. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, people aren't going anywhere. Everything I've done is trying to inspire others towards a positive change, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account if you have the friendships and the relationships, because you're not taking your money with you.
That's all for this episode of Millennial Investing Explained. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to get even more free content.